I've used an iPhone for the last 10 years, and every year I see what Samsung release and think to myself, I would love to try that. Apple's ecosystem has always been the one thing that has stopped me making the switch. This year's different. This year I have been lucky enough to get my hands on the brand new Samsung Galaxy S22. Here is the unboxing and first impressions of Samsung's latest flagship from an iPhone user. So right off the bat, I'm going to say it, this is by far Samsung's best phone to date. I absolutely love the design of this phone. I love the way it feels in the hand, I love the size of the regular S22, and I love this colour. The texture on the back does a great job at hiding fingerprints, and the almost bezel-less display makes this phone look super futuristic. If you can't tell already, I'm a massive fan of this design. Samsung released the Ultra version this year with a slightly curved display, and this is something we're not seeing on the regular S22. Me personally, I'm happy about that, and it is one of the reasons I chose to go with the S22 instead of the Ultra. The flat display and symmetrical bezels make this a phone that is a pleasure to use. Now, it has been a long time since I actually have used a Samsung phone, and from the moment I set this phone up, I noticed Samsung have came a long way with their UI design and overall software performance. The interface looks clean, and the 120Hz panel is extremely smooth when scrolling around One UI. And whilst we're talking about the panel, the display is ridiculous. It's vibrant and bright and just wow. Watching content on this phone is going to be a great experience. Another thing I have noticed is how much the camera has improved since the last Samsung device I used. Selfies are much better and no longer wash out your face. Snapchat is also now usable on the S22 for those of you who are interested in that. Samsung have just put in the work, and their efforts have meant that they have now released a phone that I can confidently say is one of the best, if not the best, Android option to go for today. The last thing I want to mention in this video until I leave the rest for the full review is the fingerprint sensor. Coming from an iPhone, this is my first time using a sensor that is under the display, and as I thought, it's really cool. I love how quick and easy it is to use, and I cannot wait for Apple to get on board and start using this tech in their phones. Apple have done some amazing work with Face ID, but it would be nice to have the option of Touch ID also. Anyway, back to Samsung. They have released a phone that has caught my attention, but not in any major way. This caught my attention because it's extremely similar to the iPhone, and I mean that in a good way. The iPhone doesn't do one amazing thing, it is just really good at everything. And the S22 is exactly the same. It ticks all the boxes, and I think that if you are an Android user looking to upgrade, this phone should definitely be at the top of your list. The question now is it enough for an iPhone user of 10 years to leave Apple's ecosystem for? Well, I'm going to spend some time using this phone and answer that question in the full review. But one thing I definitely can say is if any phone is going to get me to switch, it'll be this one.